Welcome to SF Commercial Property Conversations with Bruce Bean, where Bay Area investments meet expert insights. Get ready to unlock the strategies of commercial real estate success.
So today we have Arezou Shadabadi, Shadabadi with us, and she is both a commercial and a residential real estate agent in the San Francisco area, and she's worked on a number of different projects. So, Arezou, it's great to have you. If you wouldn't mind just giving us a little history of how you got into real estate. I know you moved here from Iran in when you were 7, but that's probably just the beginning of the story.
Well, thank you, Bruce, for having me on today. And wow, where do I start? I started in real estate back in 1997 when I bought my first house at the time. And I did not have a real estate license. But I remember going through the process of buying my first house with our agent, and she was fantastic. Um, and, and I realized very quickly that it's something that I would really, really enjoy doing. So within like 6 months, I went to, I think it was Kaplan at the time or Chamberlain, I forget the name of the school, and got my real estate license. And so I was licensed by the time the next purchase came around. So that's a little background of
There
how
you
I
go.
got into real estate.
Yeah. Okay. So you got into it basically to help yourself along, essentially.
Yes.
And who did you go to work for initially?
The first company that I worked for at the time, they've been bought out obviously multiple times, but it was a home. I want to say it was Home and Garden or something like that.
Yeah, right.
In Los Gatos, downtown Los Gatos, and then shortly after we became Coldwell Banker, which then became Intero. So long story short, I started at Intero way back then in like 2000.
Yeah. And then you kind of gradually worked your way up. You started buying and selling houses yourself and helping other people.
Yes.
Yeah. And now you're into construction management.
Yeah, I still do a lot of real estate, but another component that I've kind of added to my business has been construction management. So helping clients really making building a home or renovating a home easier, less complex, and very straightforward.
Yeah. And you're bringing sustainability items into these homes now.
Yes. We focus, well, my focus has been in the last few years more so than ever, how we build and how we actually um, build these houses efficiently, sustainably, and reducing our carbon footprint, which is, in construction, the carbon that's added to the environment, I think contributes about 32% of that carbon.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's a field, it's an industry that really needs to focus, future focus, I guess, um, how to reduce our carbon footprint, really, to be better for the environment. So that's what we're trying to work on.
So you're bringing solar panels in and backup batteries and all the different elements in.
Yeah, and the other thing that we're doing is we're actually doing luxury modular construction. So we're building off site. We don't
Wow.
have 30 trucks coming to the site every day for years. We're doing a lot of our work off site. We're doing, the foundation on site, but most of the other production of the modules is being done in a warehouse.
Oh, that's interesting. So you build panels and so forth and then bring them to the site. And so you've got a lot less activity actually on the site.
Correct. Less activity. The production that gets done in the warehouse, there's filtration systems, so you're not putting all that dust and debris and whatever else you want to call it back into the environment. So it's getting filtered and clean air is going out.
Well, that's fantastic. That's great. But you also do some commercial work. along with all this other construction management.
I do. I've been in the business for 27 years, so it's really what clients want. The last 15 years, I really got into commercial real estate, especially in San Francisco. Started during kind of the 2008, 2009 crash when I had a client call me and said, I need your help. Can you help me sell off some of my portfolio? So that's really how I got into multifamily properties.
Oh, that's interesting. So you'd help them purchase a multifamily and apartment building here or there.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of I mean, the process, the residential process is very paperwork heavy, but the commercial side is not necessarily as heavy as the residential side.
It's not as heavy, but there's a lot more disclosures involved when you go into the multifamily mixed use properties. You have environmental and you have other reports and inspections that you do that you wouldn't do for a residential property.
Right, right. So the disclosure period is always a interesting process in commercial real estate.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's all good. So what do you think right now? You said you're working with some AI office spaces.
Yeah, I mean, the surge of AI, especially to Silicon Valley, San Francisco Bay Area, has really disrupted our market in a good way. I love the fact that we're doing a lot more office deals in San Francisco, so office is coming back very strong. Um, the AI push has also whether it's good or bad, I don't think it's either or, but the rental market is very, very strong in San Francisco and the single family condominiums, especially in South Beach, Soma, East Cut, Financial District. That market is doing really, really well. On the rental side, I mean, it's very low inventory. You can't even find anything for lease right now. It's really crazy. Um, and then I think the push on the luxury side has also been amazing. We're working on projects, and we can talk about this later, but I'm working on this really amazing AI platform myself with a founder on um, how to make building a little bit easier and a little bit more transparent for the owner. So really, I'll touch on that later. So if anybody wants more information on that, we can talk about that later. But the push on luxury has been amazing. You look at the market down in the peninsula, Los Altos, Los Gatos, Sunnyvale, Cupertino. I mean, properties don't sit on the market very long. The market between like 3 to 5 is very, very strong. 5+ is very, very strong as well. And then you go into the 20, 30, $40 million properties, and those are also moving. So I feel the economy has gotten a little bit better on the real estate side. I know it was really tough the last couple of years for people as well.
Yeah, so post-pandemic interest rates were very low, so things were pretty good, but when interest rates came back up, that tended to slow things down a little bit. But it sounds like, particularly in San Francisco, the rental market is incredibly strong, all driven by this whole AI push, it sounds like.
Absolutely. And interest rates, when I when I got into the real estate industry, interest rates were 13%. We had no problem selling and buying houses. Interest rates right now have dipped right under 6%. It's a really great, I mean, that's a really great, healthy interest rate. When you see interest rates at 2.9 or 2, which we will probably never see again,
Right.
that's not a healthy market.
No.
I'm noticing in some areas where, people purchased in 2021, 2020 with the low interest rate, and they bought the house at probably a little bit higher than what it was really worth at the time. So we're seeing that adjustment happening in those areas right now. I know for myself, when I look at interest rates at 5.6 or 5.7, I think that's healthy. I think that's good market. If you're in the investment world, I mean, most of the properties that we're looking at, 7, 8, 9, 10% cap, you're making money. You're not losing money, and you have the appreciation going for you long term. So
Right.
I feel that it's 2026 is going to be amazing for real estate, for investments, for office. It's going to be a really, really strong market in 2026.
Wow, that's fantastic. That's great. I think we maybe need to talk again in the springtime and see how it's going, see if it's
Yeah,
moving
absolutely.
forward. So, so tell us a little bit about this AI situation that you're working on.
Well, it's kind of a secret right now, so we
Okay,
haven't
well, you
launched
disclose
yet.
whatever you
Um,
like.
we haven't launched it yet, so it's a little bit under the radar, but we're hoping by February of 2026 we'll have a big launch, and we'll be able to share this amazing platform for folks to join and be part of and utilize and save money.
Well, so this will be primarily for residential.
For
Yeah,
now, we will be. Yeah,
it may grow to commercial. You will see.
absolutely. We're hoping
Okay.
that it will.
Wow. All right. We're going to scale up here. So now I definitely want to talk in the springtime
Well,
and hear about this launch.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds fantastic. Well, so your crystal ball is saying that things are looking pretty good right now and maybe increasing and looking better in the springtime.
I- that's what I'm feeling based on my own foot and feel in the market right now.
Yeah.
It's market is good. Great time to be buying. You know, this is kind of the low season,
Yeah.
November, December, but it's a perfect buyer's market if someone's looking for a deal. So I think this is an opportunity for folks that have been kind of sitting on the fence to crawl off because it's Halloween. You know, get off the
Yeah.
fence. Um, and see what's on the other side, and look at opportunities because there's a lot of them out there.
Would you like to talk about one of your listings? Have you got something?
Well, what do I have? I don't have anything right now, but I do have a few luxury new construction projects coming up. Hopefully, I want to say summer, fall of 2026,
Oh, wow. Okay.
down in Silicon Valley.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
so we're going to bring on a couple of really brand new construction projects for sale, and I have this beautiful industrial space in the city of El Cerrito because I work everywhere. And we've had that on the market, but hopefully we'll get a buyer for that soon. And yeah, that's not much for now. I have a couple of things in the works.
Cool. All right. Well, let's pause the discussion for now, but I want to reconvene in the springtime when this big launch maybe comes about.
That sounds great. I'm happy to be back.
So for now, where can people get a hold of you?
You can visit me on my website, which is www.arezousf.com, or feel free to shoot me a text at 619-971-4474. I'm available to answer any questions or any info that I can provide or insight I can bring to any type of real estate. I'm happy to do so.
And particularly in the Bay Area.
Bay Area, I work from South Bay, Silicon Valley, so San Jose, even Gilroy. I have a couple of things going on in Gilroy right now, all the way north. So I go all the way up to about Santa Rosa.
Wow. Okay. We covered the whole area.
I try to cover a little bit of California.
That's a big chunk. All right. Well, I look forward to talking to you again in the near future. That'll be great.
Thank you so much, Bruce.
That's a wrap on today's journey through the SF commercial real estate scene. Ready to share your story? Visit sfcommercialconversations.com/guest. Your insights could lead the next conversation.